Everybody, it's me, the Queen Bee, Evangelist Angie BEE. And yes, I am thrilled to be here with you. I truly, truly am. It doesn't even matter that there's a party going on in the back, but I'm excited to be here with you. Okay, so got something very special. I want to show you. So here we go.
We getting over this hump together. That's me, Evangelist Angie BEE, Amazon International #1 best-selling author, mother, daughter, sister, friend to some, entrepreneur. Angie BEE is a mental health advocate, a motivational speaker, an ambassador for alopecia awareness, and media personality. Hello, everyone. I am the Queen Bee, Evangelist Angie BEE, and I'm honored to be here with you, a domestic violence survivor. She has endured physical and mental trauma and shares her testimonies around the world. Recently named by Contessa's Court, Women in Business 2023, we've been over some humps. And we getting over this hump together. Let's get it started.
Yep, we're getting it started. I mean, it's a party over here and a party over there, and we are celebrating today. So somebody sent me a message and said, why another hump show? And I was like, why not? We still got issues, we still got problems, we still got concerns, and we need to figure out how to get over all of this together. And so I would not even attempt to do this show without the guidance of my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I thank him. I'm grateful for him. And I just, I just got to put that out there that when you try to step out to do something that you want to do and you don't check in with God, it's going to get messed up each and every time. So I suggest you check in with him first. Okay. I got to give a very special shout out to Jazzy B, my fashion designer today. She knows how much I love pink and purple and yellow, and she knows, I ain't want to just bust out with some Florida outfits because there's still people buried under the snow. So she said, well, try this. And so I am grateful. I'm also grateful for my special co-host today. Talk about fashion designer, talk about fashion and style. Oh man, I'm gonna let her introduce herself to you because she's all that. But for me, she is the publisher of Contessa's Court magazine. She is a late night confidant. She is a co-host when I need somebody on my 24-hour broadcast. She is a mother. She is a friend. She is a wife. Is all into fashion, and she has her own show that airs Fridays right here on all the networks that you're watching us on Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm thrilled that she's my first guest host, and we have a very special announcement today. So, hey, Wanda Julian, come on in. Come on in.
Hi, everybody. How are you?
Oh, man. Feels good. It feels good. The butterflies have flown off, and I owe that to you because I was running around looking for my lipstick, and you were like, "Okay, just chill, just chill." Mm-hmm. That's the feel that you always offer from the West Coast. Just chill.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I got my little lipstick bag right here. Lipsticks and lip glosses.
How cute. How cute. Okay, so tell everybody your name, who you are, what you do, what keeps you busy.
My name is Wanda Julian. Yeah, how come it doesn't say it there? That's weird.
Oh, I think it does that when I put up the comments.
Oh, well, the
So
comments are fine. You
there,
can have
yeah,
the
yeah,
comments
yeah. There
fine.
you go. There you go. Yep.
And I am a mother of
Yes.
2 sons,
Mm.
Skylar and Austin. Austin's the oldest, and then Skylar's the baby. He's not a baby anymore. He's 14 and a half, but I still think he's actually like 14 and 3/4. But
Yeah. When they're
I
that
am
age,
my
they'll keep
mama.
you straight. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, stop calling me baby. I'm like, okay, it's so hard. It's so hard, because you think of them as your baby, right? And then
Yeah.
they grow up, and Austin's 30. I'm like, how is he 30 already when I'm 29? I don't get it,
I
that math,
know.
but
I know.
I'm just not going to question it, right?
Don't feel bad. My baby just turned 30, so I get it.
Well,
I get
you understand then. You're
I
like,
get it.
I'm 29 and holding, so I don't know what these guys are doing.
Mhm,
I don't
mhm,
know what they're doing. Hi,
mhm,
Maisha.
mhm.
Hi,
Hey,
Eric. I'm
Oh,
going
okay,
to
so how long have you done
the
trying? Have you
magazine.
said it again?
A 9 years for the fashion magazine,
Yeah.
over 9, and then the other one's about a year and a half. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. And why Contessa's Court, the magazine?
Why the name?
Yeah.
Or why do I do what I do?
Both.
Oh,
Why
okay.
magazine?
Why I do what I do is because before this I worked for another magazine who I'm not going to name, but they were uh, very nice people. But they only wanted me to do sales, and at the time I was a fashion designer and had like my designs on the red carpet and
Mm-hmm.
runway and
Mm-hmm.
TV, magazines, all kinds of things. And
Yeah.
I had connections with big stars, and they wouldn't let me put the big stars on the cover. And I'm like, what? They're willing to do it at no cost, which is,
Yeah.
and they're like, no. And I'm like, oh boy, I'm gonna
Later.
have a problem with
Mm-hmm.
this. And so I was going to go back to college and get another degree, and well, a degree. I have already went 4 years for business and legal administrative assistant, but my mom got sick, and so I left. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
like 7 classes short for each one to have
Mm-hmm.
degrees in both.
Mm-hmm.
So I dream about college all the time. So I think maybe that's why, because I didn't finish. So I was
Oh,
going to go for another degree with
yeah.
my husband, and then my husband's like, well, what do you really want to do? I go,
What do you really want to do?
and so I was like, I'm gonna have my own magazine.
Mm-hmm.
I want to have who I want on the cover,
Right.
who
Right.
I want inside. I'm not gonna have anybody tell me, oh, you can't be LGBTQ friendly. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
what? Because I
Mm-hmm.
am very. I've had two
Mm-hmm.
trans models on the cover,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
um,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and I just think you have to be all inclusive.
Correct.
When you start excluding, then people are going to go, well, why are you doing that? You have to kind of stand your ground of where you
Yeah.
are, and I'm like, love who you love as long as you're good to each other, and
Mm-hmm.
be who you are on the inside.
Mm-hmm. 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 You
It's,
have to be
you,
who you are.
be good to yourself. Because people are struggling. And I was so happy when Jamie Lee Curtis won the Oscar, and she named her Oscar they them after her daughter.
Oh.
Isn't that the sweetest thing ever? So she introduces them as they. This is
Well,
they.
we
Mhm.
just we live in this world together.
Yep.
We need to figure out how we're gonna love each other together, because that's what
Yeah.
Christ said: love
Mhm.
all people.
Love all
So,
people. And so then I said I'd love to have my own magazine and charge the prices I want to charge, and
mhm,
do like a sliding scale,
mhm,
and be more flexible with it, and
mhm,
just
mhm.
in general have the fashion that I want to see. I'm
Oh,
very picky with the fashion. Whenever I have a fashion issue, you'll know that I went through probably 140 pictures to find the ones that I liked, because some of the fashion is weird, and I'm like, I wouldn't wear that, and it's my
Mhm.
opinion, right? So I don't put what I wouldn't wear,
You're right.
and
You're right.
so I then decided to do it because I said I don't know how to do layout, and he's like, "Baby, I have a degree in that." So he
Right.
gave me a crash course for 3 days.
Good.
Issue was out 2 months later, and then the name came from I wanted it to be like Passion Princess or Princess Passion.
Yes.
And those were
Yes.
taken, and so then
Oh.
my favorite movie of all time is Cinderella. In fact, I'm wearing a little Cinderella necklace right now.
Oh.
And Ever After is Drew Barrymore's live action version.
Oh, wow.
And so her mother was named Contessa Nicole de Lancre. And I'm like, Contessa, that's perfect.
Yeah.
And then my husband came up with the court part because he goes, eventually you're going to have people work with you. And then they
Yes.
can be
And
like
we're
a
in the court.
princess. They're
Yes.
in the court, yes. And so Contessa's Court, everything I do is under that. The magazines, the TV show, my fashion line, which I'm going to go back to doing just on a really tiny scale.
Oh, my word.
It's going to be silk scarves,
Mm.
silk ties, and peacock feather fascinators and headbands. I'll figure out a way to do peacock feathers. I want to do it like so you see like 4 or 5 feathers and then black behind it, black feathers, and then a little elastic band so you can wear it in your hair or
Yes.
your
Yes.
on your
Yes.
head.
Yes. Why are you so far from me? I want to just come so you could just dress me
Well,
up.
I can just mail it to you.
That's
We'll
how.
meet. We'll meet sometime. Sometimes you got to come to Seattle or Spokane, and we'll figure out things.
Okay.
But
Okay. Okay.
Seattle is a big area for writers and authors, so that's why I keep saying Seattle because a flight is very easy to get to Seattle, and then also there's a lot of connections to be made there. So, or California, I'll figure out a way to get down there. Let's just make it so we have plenty of time
Mhm.
for me to come up with the funds and everything for it.
Okay. No
Because I was
problem. No
so
problem.
excited to go to California too.
That's all right. We were upset too, but we still did what we were supposed to do. We were on for 24 hours and we showcased everybody. And I
Yes.
tell you what, one of the people that really helped me
Mhm.
to develop my business confidence, my
Mhm.
live broadcasts, even the way I look sometimes, is my baby sister,
Yeah.
Sonia. I tell you, when you've got someone that will just tell it to you straight, no chaser. She don't care if she hurt your feelings or not. She just go, no, that look crazy. You need to do this. No, that don't make no sense. You need to do that. You need somebody like that in your life to help you get over
I
some
agree.
humps, And
agree.
so she
Mhm.
is one of the people in my life that has helped me get over some humps together. And so help
Well,
me
yeah,
welcome my sister to the show. Here she comes. Hey,
welcome.
Sonia. Hey, girl. Hey, girl.
Hey.
How you doing?
Why would you say that?
God,
I give you, I
you give me the truth.
I do, but I spare your feelings. I don't, just, oh my God, you need to,
Maybe when we were kids, you did. Maybe
Yeah.
when we were kids.
Definitely. And
Yeah.
it's so funny, you all were just talking about the whole baby thing, calling people a baby. I am 52 years old and she still refers to me as her baby sister. And I'm not the baby sister anymore. Fran is the baby sister.
Yeah, but I called you baby longest, and I don't know how Fran will take it. I'm still trying to stay on her good side. So
Hey, I call her my baby sister because I'm happy to have one.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, I know we got a lot to talk about, and we got a lot of shout outs to do. So shout out to Shauna Chastain. Shauna, you supposed to be here at the party. The rest of the Chastains are here. That's all them loud folks in the background. So, but at least you know where everybody is. They're here and they safe. Hey, Shauna, thanks for watching. Also want to thank Tiffany Green for watching and Sheree Jenkins, Carolyn Sanders James over in Volusia County. Pastor Mary, hi, Pastor Mary in St. Augustine. Thank you for praying for me today, yesterday, always. We know we got one of our favorite commentarians in the chat. Maisha Barnett from Barnett Publishing is watching. Eric Simmons Jr. was the first to give us a heart and a thumbs up and comment. And thank you so much, everybody. If you only knew how much this means to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So,
and of course, the incomparable Tahara Thompson.
Oh, where is she? Where I see her business with a heart. Oh, yes. Search for business with a heart on Facebook. Yeah. And yeah, man, she came to see me, Sonia. She drove and came to see me and spent some time with me. And that's one of the things I want to talk about. When you're in a slump, when you're in a slump, you're trying to get over, but you're still in that low place. Yeah. What are some of the things that can help you get over personally and professionally? So Wanda, what are some things that help you get over professionally?
Having a good support system. Like I have you, just like you have me. I have Cindy, which she was in my first season. She's my best friend, and I also have Tina, who's my other best friend. So having them be there for you no matter what, business-wise or personal-wise, they're there. They're rock solid, not going anywhere. They're my roots of my tree.
Oh. Okay, Sonia, you want to take the personal end? What helps you get out of a personal? I mean, I know chocolate and
I was going to say, I mean food, but beyond that, I am very blessed that I have confidants who are older, some who are wiser and younger. My Pastor Isaiah Petway, I can call him and start with Pastor, and he knows, which direction I'm going in. And sometimes I can call and say, can I just talk to Isaiah for a minute? It's wonderful to be able to speak to people who know you no matter what, and who will give you the real deal, not just their opinion, but really what you need to hear. And that is an exact hump. Even my nephew, who is 17, we have occasions that we talk about different things that in my mind he shouldn't even understand, but we all go through things in different ways at different times in our lives, and it's just good to be able to have someone to talk with about it.
Yeah, that's what you are for me.
Thank you.
Yeah, and again, I love the theme of the show. We need to get over this hump together. I always say, especially if I'm invited to come speak somewhere, I always say Jesus could have come to this earth and taught us the gospel by himself. I mean, he could have, but he chose to have disciples with him. He handpicked them and told them what to do. You go over here and you get this ready, and you plow this field, and you go shopping, and so I really believe that we are stronger together, and we can do this together. I think that's why fellowship at the church is so important. You're gonna hear a good word. You're gonna be taught something. You're gonna bury it in your heart, and hopefully leave out to share it. But man, the cookies and the juice and the hugs, well, pre-COVID, right. About that fellowship. So we got a comment that came in from Maisha Barnett over in St. Augustine, Florida. Maisha said it depends on the type of slump. So yeah, Wanda addressed the business slump. Sonia addressed the personal slump. What other kind of slump could there be that's hard to get out of?
Well, financial, definitely. I think that goes on the personal and the professional side. I know recently I have such a bad problem with procrastination. I'll come up with an idea and I'll think, okay, well, one day I'm gonna do that, and it's gonna make it big. But I don't always follow through like I should. But recently, I had a major car issue, and I honestly didn't know how I was going to get it fixed or get a new one or anything like that. And I have been taught some wonderful recipes and things from my mother. And I
Mhm.
decided that I was going to
Mhm.
sell dinners for
Mhm.
St. Patrick's Day, just corned beef
Mhm.
dinners and sandwiches. And I made almost $300, which was
Wow.
exactly what I needed for my car. A little less, but it was perfect. It was I was proud of myself because I did
Mhm.
it instead of just
Yeah.
talking about it. It was
Yeah.
timely, it was necessary, and it was successful. So a
Mhm.
financial slump is thank you, Wanda, thank you, Angie.
I
Yay.
am
Good
proud of you.
Financial
job.
slump is big. Yeah, thank
I
you,
am proud of you. I am proud of you.
That's
And
awesome.
thank
through that
you.
effort, I learned something about myself. I learned if Wanda calls me and says, "Hey, I want to do this," I'll stop what I'm doing and set it all. Okay, Wanda, we ready to go. And Wanda's like, "Well, I don't know." And then I'm like, "Well, wait a minute. You said." And I used to do that for you all the time, saying, "Okay, you got to do this. And then after a while, you're like, "Well, it's not even what I wanted. It's not even what I envisioned."
Right.
So Sonia, you have taught me, okay, let me sit back. Let me let the baby sister handle, handle it, handle it on her own. I'll check in every now and then, see if she needs something. But we're going to let God guide her in this one. And that's exactly what happened. I'm
Thank you.
proud of
Thank
you.
you so much. Thank you both.
Yay.
Proud of
You're
you.
welcome. Well, maybe you
Yeah.
should. You know what you should do?
What's that?
Make a cookbook. Then you have
Um,
constant money coming in. Make
yeah,
a cookbook of all the recipes that you make that have that it's comfort and it makes you feel good and
that's a great
people
idea.
love it and
Mhm.
you're already
Mhm.
doing it and you can still do the dinner thing too. Like
Yeah,
Mhm.
maybe I don't know,
that's a
your
great idea.
situation that you once a week, once a month, so
Hmm.
get all pre-orders prepaid so people will I'm sure they'll line up
Mhm.
if they tasted what you made already. They're gonna be all, oh
Yeah.
yeah, and then add
Oh,
Mhm.
that's a great
desserts on. You
idea.
are you good at making desserts?
I am. I did not
Mhm.
win a pound cake challenge that I was in, but I came as I came as the runner up. So I am good at desserts as
Oh,
well.
good.
So
And then you
yes.
can do add-ons. So like add on desserts, add on rolls, add on whatever, to make the ticket higher.
It's
And
a good idea. It's a great
Wow.
idea
yeah,
actually.
and the and
Yeah.
the cookbook, why not? What do you gotta lose? Nothing.
Yeah.
Sonia,
That's
especially
Mhm.
since mom left us with a cookbook.
right.
You could just
I,
add one or two parts to that. And
yeah.
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 wow.
It between that, I wish I knew where that cookbook of Graham Grams is, with the apple cake recipe in it. I might ask one of our church members if they
Mhm.
still
Yeah.
have that because it was 1,000 years ago. I might have it in my basement, quite frankly, but just that and the magic bars. I won't call it what it is actually, but it's a great idea. I do watch a lot of vloggers who
Mhm.
are making food, and actually Angie B told me it would be cool if I did that, if I started making things and letting that be my YouTube channel, and I
Yes,
just
and you could and you could make little reels for Facebook because right
yeah,
now Facebook's all about the reels and the
yes,
lives and the everything.
yes,
I
yeah,
mean, so the reels are going crazy. So if you did a
they
little
are
thing saying, just aim it at the food before it's done
right,
and say, "This is what I'm making,"
yeah,
and then when it's done, do another reel because
right.
they're
This is
up to
what it
90
looks like.
seconds. Then do another reel. Say, "This is what I'm making," and you can monetize your Facebook. Did you know that? Did you
I
both
have
know that?
heard that. I just have never I don't exactly understand how the clicks and the likes, and you have to have so many likes, don't you?
I don't
Um
know. I don't know.
yeah.
You can make your profile professional in professional mode. I can walk you guys through how to do it.
Oh, thanks, Wanda.
And then they offer you to monetize it. So that
Oh.
they have to offer you, but anybody can have a professional profile because you're gonna. I mean, I've done just videos of our cats, and I had one go 3.9 that 300 or 3,900 views in like a day. I'm
What
not
are the
kidding.
cats doing? What kind of
I'm petting her. And I'm telling her how much I love her, and it's I don't know, maybe 30 seconds.
Oh
That's
my
the most
gosh,
popular one.
that's that whole ASMR thing. That's what I mean, just the relaxation of
Yeah.
seeing somebody pet. Now, I have a bit of a dirty mind sometimes, so sorry,
That's
Evangelist.
all right. Hey.
Just petting the kitty. I mean that
Yeah.
Well, I'm
that's
an actual cat. Our fur baby. But yeah, you can make reels and then add them to your story so people will see them. Do it right before you're cooking, in the middle of cooking, and when it's done, maybe just show it. And then if you want to do one where you're taking a bite of it and you're like, you want the recipe? Send me a comment. Sell the recipes. Sell the recipes.
Try that.
I'm full of money making ideas. Ask Angie. I just sent her.
Oh yeah.
124 money making ideas. I want to do them all.
We just need 124 people to help, initiate it. So
but you know what? Once you
semantics.
get one going, then if it's successful enough, it can monetize the rest of them. So
Right.
Oh, absolutely. But I'm just saying,
Right.
something to think
work with
about.
what you got. You love to bake, you
Mhm.
love to cook,
Mhm.
and people love to eat. So
Yes,
it's a
people always love
win-win.
to eat. That's true.
Cash in on those reels where they're going crazy and Facebook
Yeah.
are promoting them like crazy. They're super easy to make. Up to 90 seconds. Literally up to 90 seconds. That's all you
I
need.
just thought of a great apron to make.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. There you go. Well, Pastor Mary in St. Augustine said, great suggestion. So I'm sure it's been blessed by the best. And Maisha Barnett said that you're absolutely right. Got to monetize it.
Yeah.
And Maisha has a videographer in her midst. So maybe her videographer can help. And she also says people love to watch food. So.
Oh yes, they do. I wanna watch. And too bad you weren't closer. I go, can you send me some sandwiches?
Oh man, yeah, they
goodness,
do love
okay.
to watch, definitely.
Well,
Yeah.
I would watch and I would participate because I'm very good at doing comments and everything. You can ask Angie. And I would definitely buy your cookbook. I'd want it signed by you.
Oh,
And it would be really good because you could sell the separate. That would be, oh my gosh. Ding! Life would just went ding. And okay, so
Okay.
the recipes that are in the book, right?
Yeah.
That are going to be in the book.
Yeah.
That's what you make. And then you say, you have the cookbook done. If you need help with that, can help, or Maisha can help, or Angie can. We all can help you get this done because Maisha publishes books. So there's your in right there, right? Right.
Yes.
And so the idea is every recipe that you make is in that book, or it's going to be, right? So you are selling copies of the book when they say they want that recipe. Hello.
That's awesome.
That's a money-making idea right there.
It is. It really is.
And it's a win-win because you get on Facebook once they offer that to you. Your reels are going to go crazy because people love to watch food and animals.
Yes.
And then it's that's the easiest way ever to sell your books. Think about it.
Wow.
Girl.
Definitely something to think
I should
about.
be a money-making idea genius coach or something. But then I'm making everybody else rich. I'm like, can you pay me like 18 grand and I'll help make you rich?
I know. That's so cool. And Darlene even said, look at the ideas coming out of this live.
Right?
So cool.
Thank you.
So
Yeah.
my whole family just walked in I'm wondering. Hey, oh, okay. There's one. There's my whole family. Just
Look at you, so almost chocolatey. I love you.
You make it look so pretty.
I'm thoroughly enjoying this live. This is good. I just want to become involved. That's all I want.
Oh my goodness. So,
Yeah. Oh, Mexican fries.
we got to celebrate this one. This is my first time seeing her since she got back from Mexico. Wanda, this is my daughter that won Manager of the Year for her company. There were only 2 managers for the entire state. She was the manager for the north end of the state. They flew her out to Phoenix, Arizona to present her with an award and gave her a bonus. And then her gift was 8-day all expense paid for her and her husband in all inclusive in Mexico.
That's amazing. Good job.
Yes. $1 million seller about 3-4 times over.
I'm at 5.
Can we put her in the Women in Business book magazine next time?
Oh, yes. Women in Business.
It's a celebration, right? It's a celebration.
That was the conference I spoke at today. It was the Women and the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion today.
I love it. I love it.
Good job. Yay. We got to celebrate that.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so the hour is going quickly. I know it's like 30 minutes after. I gotta stick a couple of things in here.
Okay.
So, man, this is really exciting. Okay, you guys, we'll be back in just a minute. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I tell you.
Save the date, September 14th through 17th, 2023, for the 7th annual Bold, Beautiful, and Bald Weekend Retreat for Alopecia Awareness. Our travel partner this year is Stephanie Fowler. Call her for your arrangements at 470-331-1788. The 7th annual Bold, Beautiful, and Bald Weekend Retreat for Alopecia Awareness. Our theme this year is completion, keeping our faith over the struggle. Log on to boldbeautifulandbald.com for more information. Bold, beautiful, and bald. Author of the day, Takia Smith, visionary of the best-selling book, Pendulum of a Mother's Love, announces her new release coming soon. Moms gathering to close the gaps. This will be the second book in the series, and we invite you to share your story with the world. The topics of mother-daughter, daughter-mother, and mother-son relationship are contributed by the following authors: Dr. Kitty Adderley, Dr. Radiance L. Rose, Dr. Maisha Jack, Angela Wife, and Evangelist Angie BEE. It's not too late to share your story. Promotional support for this book is provided by Business with a Heart and Lolo's Social Media Promotions. Audiobook produced by Angie BEE and Barty Productions. Moms gathering to close the gaps. Coming soon. Please allow us to introduce you to one of the graduates of our YUP program.
Hi, I'm Sandra B. I live in Michigan. And yep, I'm an author.
YUP, Youth Entrepreneur Author Program. Our goal is to initiate literacy in students and lead them to entrepreneurship through authorship. Our mission is to identify and invite organizations to participate in this program. students participate in virtual writing workshops where they are encouraged to write their stories and provide reviews of stories read. We ask you to support our youth. For a donation of only $50, your company or organization will be mentioned as a youth supporter in the next audiobook. Send an email to yup!'I'm-an-author@gmail.com to provide a scholarship for a young person to participate.
Yep, I'm an author.
Proceeds are accepted and disbursed by Angie BEE Productions. And now, these students are authors and entrepreneurs. Follow us online. Just search for Yup, I'm an Author on Facebook. Use the hashtag Yup, I'm an Author. Or call 407-914-6519. That's 407-914-6519 for more information. This program is sponsored in part by Angie BEE and Barty Productions.
Yep, I'm an author.
Yep, she is an author. She is. I'm so happy that she is an author. I love being able to help young people become authors. And the beautiful part is I've partnered with a couple of publishing companies to not only get their books created as audiobooks, but get them created as softcover books. So Barnett Publishing, thank you so much. I'm ready to connect with you. I'm ready to connect. So my co-host today is Wanda Julian, publisher of Contessa's Court. You may watch her show live on Facebook Fridays at 7 p.m. She also broadcasts on YouTube. Just search for Volusia Business Women on YouTube. That's our broadcast sponsor. Visit contessascourt.com to see her magazines and follow her on Facebook, Contessa's Court, the talk show. My sister is here with me. Praise the Lord. I'm trying to get her here every week, but I may be asking just a little bit too much, but you always got to have somebody that's gonna correct you and keep you straight and keep your hat straight. So that's Sonia. But I got some shout outs. Darlene Phillips, you submitted your video for us to discuss today, and we're going to get to it. I promise. We're going to get to it. I think it was just perfect for our very first episode. So thank you for sharing that. And thank you for all the hearts and the thumbs up. Somebody wanted to know how they can watch the show. You can search for Angie BEE Productions on Facebook. We're streaming it live there. We're also live on the Jericho Broadcast Network on V108 Gospel Vibe. Normally, I'm on the Jericho Broadcast Network weekday mornings from 6 to 8. But tonight was a special occasion. We even had the party crew over. So we decided to pop in for Jericho Broadcast Network as well. If you follow Angie BEE Tour on Twitter, you will see that we're streaming live. I praise God for my very first intern, my daughter, the one you saw that popped in earlier. She set up my Twitter about 100 years ago. I don't even know, but hey, we get over these humps together. And you can also search for Angie BEE Presents on YouTube, and you will see the show there. Okay, family, I know y'all been waiting for this very special announcement, and I'm going to bring Wanda in so that she can talk about it, because I'm a little too humble to talk about it. But Wanda, hi, honey. I remember you came to me and you said, I would love to have a magazine that features women in business. And I'm like, oh, well, I know a bunch of them. You want me to get some for you? And she was like, well, yeah. And so we did. And Why did you design this cover the way you did?
Well, because we've done each other now about close to a year, right?
Yes.
Something like that.
Yes.
And I've gotten to know you pretty well,
Mhm.
and I see all that you do, and it's very impressive. And
Mhm.
so you made the cover for Women of the Year. Woman of the Year.
Oh my
And
God.
you want to
Oh my God.
There it is. Look at how pretty you
Woman
look.
of the Year. I remember you said, well, send me some information and a few pictures. And I remember taking this picture right before we went to an event. And it was one of the pictures that I took where I knew I wasn't perfect. I knew my makeup wasn't perfect. I knew I wanted to do something funky with my fingernails. I knew I truly wanted to embrace my African American heritage. And I was in my office, and this was the photo that you selected. And so,
Yeah.
thank you.
I had a hard time choosing because you sent me really good photos. And so I was like, I want that one because just something about it. There's something about your face and how you smile. You look so happy.
I remember sitting there thinking, I am. My daughters are happy and healthy, and their husbands call me mama, and my sister tolerates me. And it was just a very, very content, happy moment for me in the midst of a bunch of other chaos. It was like I was in the eye of the storm. The storm was going all around me, but in the eye, God had me. And so I appreciate it. I truly, truly do. Okay, so I know the comments are coming in, and I'm sorry I got to I got to get them in there. But tell us a little bit more about the magazine. Do you know what kind of features we're going to have in the magazine? Or what kind of features you would like to see in the magazine?
I would like to see book authors, any of the arts that you could do, women. All you have to do is be a woman in business, and it'll get you in. And then you also get praise for your accolades, your awards, your accomplishments. It's like we're giving you a big hug and saying you're doing so good. And because isn't it nice to hear you're doing good? I mean, you could tell your family, "Hey, I just got an award and won a trip," and they're like, "Do I gotta go? Did you get money?" They don't care. I mean, they care, but not like people that work real. You know what I mean, right? We work real hard, and they don't even know what we do in the majority of the time. But I'm sitting in my little lazy boy chair, working and typing and doing everything to take care of my family.
Absolutely.
And so
and successfully run a business. Yeah.
Yes, to recognize other women for that, I think is a really good thing, because it makes it's a feel good magazine. It makes you feel good to look at it. It can feel good to read it. You can feel good to learn about other people. And when you're in it, you just need to contact Angie or me, and you could be in it. We're going to have it should come out in May. It's going to be a mom on the cover, and then we'll do one every 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, what's a quarter?
Every quarter. Once a quarter. So it's very exciting for me to have Angie be on the cover. I asked her first, and then, thank you, Darlene. And I just thought, well, you would be perfect on the cover. And then I just decided you're Woman of the Year.
Now let me bring Sonia in, because Sonia and I are always looking at different grants and looking at different business plans and different situations. Sonia, let me tell you about Wanda. Okay. Wanda not only has 12 magazines, well, 7 or 8, 12 magazines that she does.
Mhm.
The magazines are digital and they're
Mhm.
free.
Wow.
So people
Free.
can go on. Get, so it's not like I'm on the magazine and then I got to go hustle up like Girl Scouts and sell the cookies, you know?
Mhm.
It and then Wanda's impressions. Now it took me a minute to understand what an impression is. It's like, okay, I know what a view is. 12,000 impressions.
No, it's I got my numbers. I just forgot to take a picture of like a dope. But it's like over 300,000 now.
Wow.
So yay, Maisha said count me in, Wanda. I want you with the
That is
nation,
spectacular.
Maisha.
Girl. So yes, I am honored to be on the cover. I'm excited, and it could not have come at a better time in my life emotionally. I'm going through a transition right now, and whenever you're transitioning, you start to look back and be like, did I do the right thing? Maybe the grass was greener back there. What should I be doing? And every time I make the right decision based upon what God wants me to do, I mean, the blessings just come raining down. It
Mhm.
just so the Contessa's Court magazine is out today, everybody. Out today. Um, if you like to send a text to us, watch the show, send us a text, and we will send you the link to the magazine.
Yep.
Okay.
It's
Uh,
also on my Facebook page.
Yep.
Mhm.
And so you can send us a text for prayer, comments, or questions. So now, Sonia, this next segment is going to be specifically for you. I want to play Darlene's video, and then I'd like to find out your thoughts about it. I'd really like to hear what you think. So, going backstage, you're going to watch the video and see what you think.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, or some may say it's hump day. But I wanted to share with you a new meaning that came to me on the word hump. We know that hallelujah is the highest praise that we can give our Almighty God. So today, hump means to me that hallelujah unto the master planner. And we know that God has a plan for us because he declares it in Jeremiah 29:11. Which says, in the NIV says, for I know the plans I have for you. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. So in the future, maybe you want to look at it as another way to say, hallelujah unto the master planner. Because he is the one who has the greatest and the almighty plan for your life. Follow the path of the plans that God has for you. Enjoy the day, and we'll see you soon. Have a great one. Have a great hump day. Hallelujah unto the master planner. It's a challenge for you. Peace out.
I love it. Sonia, follow the plans the master has for us. What you got to say about that? Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, let me take you unmute your microphone. Yeah, I think I might have. Yep, you still on mute. Darlene, not only do I appreciate you for sharing that, but it's good to have our alopecia sisters represented. So thank you. Thank you.
That was really great.
Mm-hmm.
It was really great. I loved her accent too.
Oh. Yeah. Stick with what the Lord has for you.
Easier said than done. But that kind of lines up with my pastor's sermon series this month, Anchored. And he has taught us about being a tree with good fruit. And I specifically remember Sunday he was saying how his family had a farm as he was growing up, and there was a lemon tree that just didn't seem to have good lemons. They were always rotten and things like that. And they were about to cut it down, and his grandmother said, "No, we're going to dig that up and move it over here." And the roots that were anchored in a better position in the yard, then the lemons were better. And he was saying how the different parts of the church are the leaves that bear the fruit, the choir, the deacons, the ushers, the nurses, all of that. But when you're rooted and anchored in the Lord, then you bear good fruit. So that lines up with what your caller just said. It's very true.
Shout out to Pastor Petway. Shout out. All right. So yes, Maisha, we do love that acronym, and it is all about positioning. So if you would like to send in your video or an audio, or you would just like to send a message and say, hey, this is something that I'm going through, or this is something that somebody I know is going through, that's probably better, because you don't want nobody to think you're going through nothing. So you can talk about, your cousin and them. It's something that they going through, right? And then send it to us, and we will discuss it. We do not have advice. That's something that, we encourage you to stay prayed up. We encourage you to, what was that you said, Sonia? You don't want to ask a broke person how to be a millionaire.
That's right. And that is something that I also learned. People, especially in this time of clicks, likes, loves, how come they only gave me the little blue and white thumbs up instead of a red heart? I mean, at least I acknowledged your post. I am not going to go to the internet and ask a person that is renting an apartment. And no shade, no tea, no shade, none of that to people who are renters. However, I learned today that your credit score won't go above a 700 if you don't have a mortgage. If you're and it's a way to keep those who are stagnated down, those who are complacent down. You have to. Property is power, as my cousin Anthony Callum always says. You have to invest in yourself, and that will increase your generational wealth and all of that. I don't know how to just get on that, but the bottom line is, I'm not going to ask a broke man. I'm not going to ask a broke man how I should invest my money. Period. I'm just not. If I know that I'm riding a 2001 Lumina, but I'm gonna ride that till the brakes fall off. I'm gonna always
for the second time.
For the second time, till the starter's time. For the second time, I truly believe in getting the right type of fertilizer. When you're thinking about a plant, you want the right type of fertilizer. I don't want to put crushed up eggshells in a plant that isn't going to bear some type of fruit. What's the point? Those eggshells may kill the plant. But I have to ask a person who is a planter, a horticulturist, like Angeline. What kind of fertilizer should I use? And I think people sometimes go to the wrong venue to ask how to do something. And then they want to get mad. You post, hey, how do I make a salad? What do you mean? How do you make a salad? You don't know how to make a salad? Your mama didn't teach you how to make a salad?
Oh my God.
Well, don't come at me. Then don't ask on the World Wide Web how to make a salad, because somebody is going to thumb down you and ask you why you don't know how to make a salad. I'm just saying, I'm not going to ask a broke man about how to make
I tell you, that's why I call Jamila a mother's mother. Jamila will teach you how to mother.
Yeah.
She will teach you how to do the things that you think a mother should do.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And she hasn't smacked our daddy, so that's a blessing.
We don't know that. We don't know that. He ain't gonna tell us, but yeah. I mean, it's truly a blessing. Of course, I know that some people may not know, but Jamila is our second mother in life. Our first mother went home to be with the Lord in 1999, and we definitely thank God for Jamila being an influence in our life. And she is the queen of a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and voila.
Right. Not just in the kitchen, in her wardrobe. Well, I just put this. I did. So Wanda, I'm gonna do. Don't tell her. Don't tell her. I'm gonna do a feature on Jamila for the Mother's Day issue. Because you think, okay,
it's her birthday.
What she got in all these closets?
Right.
But I tell you what, she knows how to put it together. So, and she was a business owner before she met my dad. She owned
a store, like a fix-it type of store. I remember the first time I met her, I walked into the store and she was trying to repair something, and all these men standing around, they didn't care. She was probably trying to cut a key for somebody who didn't need a key. They just wanted to stand around and look at her, and they're just talking to her. And as soon as Dad and I walked in, and she was like, "Hi, Al," and that was that. Made a lot of the guys scurry out. But yes, she was a business owner, and it's just two different aspects. Our mother was highly. She had all the letters behind her name. She was highly educated. I'm not saying that when
LSW, L something.
Exactly. Just all.
We've had the best of both worlds.
We have.
We've had entrepreneurs.
Yes.
We've had business owners. We've had homemakers.
Right.
Yeah. We should be all that, but
yeah. And we are. I am.
Okay.
Well, you are.
Okay. Shout out to Madison over in where's Madison? Royal Oak, Michigan.
Yeah, Royal Oak Township.
Hey, Madison, thanks for watching. I appreciate you. I truly, truly do. And thanks to the Wonder Twins, my daughters that just popped in here. And last I heard, you're like, come on, let's go fix Mama a plate of food. I'm like, oh, thank you. Thank you. So I appreciate you all. Wanda, congratulations on your, what is this, your 13th magazine? With
Contessa. 14th. Yeah.
Okay.
So humble, so humble.
Yes. I'm honored to have a part of it, and we just encourage everybody to to take a look at it. Support the businesses, the entrepreneurs, the ministry and community leaders that are within the magazine, and pray for our strength. Pray us through it. Oh my goodness. Thanks everybody. All right, it's just about time to go. Thanks, Wanda. I appreciate it.
That was the quickest hour of my life.
Girl, who you telling?
Wow.
It's like the kids just said, my grown children, excuse me.
Right.
They just said, Mom, it's because you're used to being on the air for 24 hours. I'm like, well, yeah. So an hour is like nothing. But I do appreciate each and every one of you. Please visit the website, thequeenbee.com. Follow us, Angie BEE Productions on Facebook. Very special shout out to Lolo. Butterfly Lolo. She has a new look, a new flyer, a new purpose, new attitude. So congratulations, Lolo. I know you need some affordable advertising and you want to know about her satisfied clients. So just Check out Lolo Social Butterfly on Facebook. Thanks again to my co-host Wanda Julian. How many times can a person say they had an editor-in-chief and a TV show host as a guest? Just a popped in, just kind of a guest on the show. That's a blessing. That's a blessing. I would not be here if it were not for Business with a Heart. Evangelist Tahara Thompson. Check her out on Facebook. Came over and loved on me just when I needed it the most. Just when I needed it the most. Thank you, Tahara. I appreciate you. All right, son, you got any final words? You coming back next week?
I have not decided that yet. You're not about to put me on the spot.
Okay, well, once a month then.
I will say once a month. I will say once a month. You know, I mean, usually I'm otherwise engaged at this time, but I'm glad that tonight I had an empty evening. So yes.
I tell you, it worked out so wonderfully that I don't know what I was worried about.
Right, I don't know what you were either, because gotta stay anchored, and
Yes, you're right. Gotta stay anchored. You got any final shout outs before we go?
I just I want to give a shout out to my very dear friend above anything else, Beverly Whitfield. It is her birthday today. She is the wonderful 69 years old. I don't care if she gets mad about it. It's a blessing to have made it to 69. Happy birthday! Yeah, so I will be getting together with her on Saturday. I'm looking forward to it. And I also just, on a personal note, I want to give a shout out to my very, very close and intimate friend, Brandon Jarvis. He is the president and operator of JDSevents.com. He has given me some different inspirations and pushes that no one could ever imagine. And I just want to say thank you to him and thank God for him. He is truly, both a blessing and a curse, but I'm glad to have him in my life. So those are my shout outs. Yes, he is, in a good way. Not, I'm a pusher, baby. He ain't not like that. He pushes not with not with the substance, but with the substance of his being. And he really pushes me. And I also, of course, my final shout out to my wonderful daughter, Sandra BEE, who will be 11 years old in just a matter of moments. And we are planning her party right now. So I just want to thank God for Sandra. She changed and saved my life. And I that's all I got.
I was bragging about Sandra yesterday, and I spoke to a publisher. Iris Wright called from Arizona, I think, and she is partnering with Angie BEE Productions with audiobooks. And she said to me, "Do y'all do children's books?" And I was like, "Oh, let me tell you about Sandra BEE. She's been narrating since maybe she was 5, and she's about to turn 11, and oh my goodness!" So I am grateful for her. There's a happy birthday.
Thank you, Maisha. Also, I got one from Tahara as well. Thank you, ladies. Thank you.
And I'm sorry if it looks like I'm, missing some of these comments, but we definitely will reach out to each of you before time expires. Shout out to our very first show sponsor. Her information is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. She is an entrepreneur. And, the Bible is telling us in the Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 2, you got to have multiple streams of income. Somebody said to me that Oprah Winfrey first said that, but I don't know. She didn't write Ecclesiastes, but the New International Version said, invest in 7 ventures. Yes, in 8. Because you do not know what disaster may come upon the land. Mm-hmm. So our first promotional sponsor for this show Her information is at the bottom of the screen, and she is offering an avenue of income. So, because we got to pay off student loans, debt, income for backup, we got to increase our credit score, like Sonia said. You know, the other thing I learned in addition to that, your credit score can't get over 700 without a house. Your credit score can't get the 700 without a nice mix of credit cards.
Yes, and using them, paying them off, using them. In fact, I'm about to call Olo as soon as we get off of here. You know, it is the 22nd. You know, but yes, there's definitely so many things to learn, and hopefully you can utilize this this venue in different ways of teaching people of generational wealth and things of that. I mean, those things are humps, just like relationships are humps.
Yes.
So,
Thanks to everybody. I appreciate you all. Thank you for being here. And if it is the Lord's will, we'll be back next Wednesday, 7 p.m. for another episode. We gonna get over this hump
together. That's right.